Afternoon. How are we all doing? How is everybody? Where are we? 17 people in here. Where is everybody? It's Friday afternoon. They're all down the pub, aren't they? Bankers don't work Friday afternoons. Traders don't work Friday afternoons. Down the pub, having a beer. Afternoon, Diamond. Afternoon, John. Holla. Holla, holla. I've had a reshuffle on my desktop, so I've put my pen in a different place and the chat in a different place, so I can see 3 empty 4s at once. So if I keep swearing because my pen's in the wrong place this afternoon, you know why. I hate moving. Afternoon, Derp. Yerp. Afternoon, Seymour. Fairly big moves this afternoon, hey. So nothing on the news, obviously, because it's Friday afternoon and it's University of Michigan. But we've had lots of bits and pieces about SVB. They filed for bankruptcy officially today. So obviously the markets have collapsed again and everybody's pumped all their money back into the safe havens. They took out my gold stop loss, oil rather, not gold. So basically we've had a big move on fear, basically. So I don't think that's going to last. I think that's a quick one. That we know, we knew they were going to file for bankruptcy. They went bankrupt. Well, they ran out of liquidity. So, so yeah, I think that spooked the market. So the DAX collapsed at a rate of knots. That's why that account blew. The fivers. Thank God that's gone. Can't stand it. I haven't got to moan about it anymore. So yeah, I've had a big drop on the DAX, 125 ADR. So potentially this might be a good buy spot, but I'm not sure I really want to buy into this. So we'll see. Gold's gone through the roof. I'm looking to get into a gold short on my funded account. So the play on gold is resistance bounce. Boing. Up here. So looking for that. Oh, I went to the wrong place to get my pen then. It's going to annoy me. I'm just going to move it back over there because I can't do it over the other side. So nice resistance coming up on gold. This is a safe haven run though. So, safe haven runs can be 300% ADR. We know that. We're only at 100, approaching 125. So the peak for gold is actually 1959. Well, it's 200, isn't it? Round number, basically. Where's the round number? Right, it's quite a way away, actually. Miles away. So there's a big round number, 20 grand, or 2,000 rather. Well, that would have been the easy thing to do, wouldn't it? So that's quite a way away. So there's our peak. So if you want to, straddle that, we're in a really good spot for a support bounce here. A resistance bounce. We've got propulsion gaps to the downside still to sort out back down here. We've got one here which is already tested. That is tested as well. So they're all tested, the propulsion gaps. Let me just get rid of that grey line. Don't need that. This one isn't tested. But that's not really a great propulsion gap because the break of the high appeared here. So these those two candles together I would class as the move, and that's already been retested. So it's a tricky one, but yeah, really good rejection at the moment out the highs there. So I'm looking to get into I'm already in it. Sorry, wait, one sec. No, I'm not. Why am I in that? Thought I had an order under there. I put my order in the wrong place. I'm in at 1948.33. 1948.33. Literally in pretty much break even at the minute. I've just got into that. I thought I placed my order under here. I haven't. I'm not using the EA at the moment. I'm doing everything manually because I'm lazy. I find it easier sometimes just to do it. This particular strategy just to get in manually. But anyway, so yeah, gold looks good. It's in a nice area. We're starting to reject now, but this could be a run on the banks. Again, you know, we could have all the money coming into the safe havens because this bankruptcy, but we knew about this bankruptcy. So I think this is a little bit of an overreaction, what we're seeing at the minute. Yeah, we'll see. But other than that, there's no other news this afternoon. Brian Figinia. All these really difficult to pronounce names. I didn't see the FTSE drop coming. Nirav's new ad says, I was trading with a blindfold on. Note to self, remove blindfold before sitting down to trade. Yeah. I haven't seen Nirav's ad. Has he got a blindfold on now, has he? Nirav. Silly old Nirav. Afternoon, Stevie. Afternoon, David. I'm in a rare mood. Look out. Oh, dear. Brian's in a mood. Afternoon, Anna. Cock of the world. How you doing? Right, so give us a thumbs up. 43, 45 in here. Let's see if we can get to 150. I'm trying desperately to get to this 150. The London session is a lot more popular. Not more popular, but a lot more busy than the New York session. So I think we'll struggle to get to 150 in New York. Everybody in New York is watching the American guys stream. Everybody in the UK is watching the UK guys stream. So we need to get more Americans in, or Canadians. Right, so there's a few ADR opportunities today. So just be careful of indices. Nasdaq's obviously, we're 1 minute before the open. Jeez, look at that. See that before the open. Right, market's open. Nasdaq's gone mental. Geez, look at the volatility here today. That's whippy, isn't it? Be careful of this afternoon. This could be a big fast one today, which would be lovely if it is, because it'd be a big money maker. I'm trading the 5, not the 15 pre. So, but this is your 15 pre-market range. That's jittery. Let's have a quick listen. I might need to refresh that actually. Friday afternoon, bank statements coming. My bank always likes to email me on Friday afternoon and tell me how much money I've got. It's very depressing. Well, I'm surprised there's no ticks. I've got the volume on, haven't I? Yeah. Weird. Okay. So it doesn't sound like there's a lot of volatility at the minute, but it looks like it. It's jittery as you like, isn't it? Iphigenia. Iphigenia. I just want to call you Fig. I won't, because that's probably nasty. Iphigenia. I'm never going to remember that. I'm awful with names. Risking a sell on gold to 1930 and taking a buy at 1930. 1930, yeah. So that's a good support area on gold. That's what I'm after. Actually, I'm not even after that. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking, where am I looking? Let me have a look at my gold. My gold is gold. Where's this first gold? My target on gold is 1928.68. So I'm targeting down here. Although when we get to there, I will watch price action, but I'm looking initial TP here, and then further down. So, but I will obviously watch this level because there's two propulsion gaps, that one and that one. So on the 5 minute, this was where the move started. But if you look at it on a 15-minute chart, you can see that's really the propulsion, which is 1933, 1934, which is this level here. So it's all basically around about this level. So that's where I would initially look to drop down to. There's a good target there, but that's my favorite. The reason I'm going a little deeper is because we've got this down here, which is within an ADR. So if this is a silly run on the banks and not really price action, we could undo the whole lot today. A lot of selling coming in. Charts are frozen up. Charts are frozen. Nasdaq is still pushing though. I'm watching my other platform. Nasdaq is still pushing. We're just testing these highs. We're just here at the moment. There we go. So we're just retesting those highs. So your pre-market 15, if you've taken that, you are long. 5-minute opening range is about to go in when the charts decide to come to life. Afternoon, another great week. Going to close all my positions at 2:30 and then enjoy the weekend. That's nice, being flat for the weekend. I'm never flat for the weekend. I've always got stuff on. Never go flat. This is really, really volatile today. Be careful. This thing looks like it could fly at any minute. Pulling back out the pre-market 15. So there's quite a wide range on your 5-minute open at the moment. 40 seconds to go. A load of sellers coming in. See if they can make any progress. Jonathan, took advice and watched the 3 beginning vids of your site and ad vid. Great content. Couldn't find a video asking me to sign up to your $4,000 course. If you could put a link in the description, okay. Let me just find that. Hang on a minute. There you go. That can't be it. Is it? Hang on a sec. There you go. There's a link to my my $4,000 course. It's a joke, by the way. Anna. He's laughing. Hi, Coco. This is very sell heavy. So potentially continuation in the direction we've been going, which is safe haven. So be careful. This could actually be the a continuation move. So if we're going to get that, we're going to get gold strength, we're going to get yen strength, and we're going to get index shorts. So the yen pairs will probably be popping. Yeah, they're all strong. All the yen pairs. Good strength coming. Well, not that they are strong, but not that strong. So this could go either way today. It is Friday. Let's see what the Dow's up to. Okay, so the Dow's also rejected the highs. So obviously the structure at the moment is obviously down. So we'll see if New York's going to continue this. We haven't hit ADR on anything yet, American, but we have hit ADR on the DAX. See where we go. Afternoon, Neo. Miami Dave, gold, 1810. Give it a few weeks. 1810? Blimey, that's a long way away. Oh, I just switched charts on there. I didn't mean to do that. Buyers coming in. So back down to those lows. This is a very odd market structure, obviously. It's a rounding bottom, obviously, but we don't. The reason this is happening is purely because of the Silicon Valley Bank, and then obviously the consequent 2 collapses. So this isn't, you know, I would expect gold to be dropping, but obviously that's on US dollar strength, and at the minute what we're getting is pure runs into safe haven. So John Wick is officially in the building today. Nasty, nasty, nasty pre-market. This is the danger. When I was speaking this morning, we were looking at this in detail, and obviously the pre-market range. This is the danger with your pre-market opening range breakout, is this kind of price action. The purpose of the or the sort of core principle behind the opening range breakout is the initial cash balance, which ends up being in the first 5 to 15 minutes. When you're trading that pre-market 15, obviously you've no idea which way the cash balance is going to go. And sometimes it doesn't go anywhere. And if it doesn't go anywhere, you just get orders executed in both directions, which obviously gives you large wicks. So by taking the 5 minute, you've at least got a bulk of that order already in. So if it does take you out like it has here and then goes long, you only get taken out once and then hopefully you get the break. Whereas with the pre-market, you can get taken out in multiple directions multiple times if the first 15 minutes is whippy. So it's like I said this morning, it's a much more dangerous strategy, the pre-market. It can be incredibly profitable, obviously, as well. So wait for 4,000, not 8,000. 4,000? 4,000? 4,000? What? John Wick's incoming. Oh, I'm such a gamble mood with gold. Naughty, I know. Chuckle a little bit of Friday's beer money. I really like this gold short. I think this is a beautiful trade. This has got the potential to be a home run. Prop home run. But it's gold. So the likelihood of, if I short this, the likelihood is it is going to go up because that's what happens when I play gold. However, I really like the resistance. That's the resistance level. We're out long, M5. Okay. So, DAX is holding that at the moment. Okay, Dow hasn't gone. So, Nasdaq longs. A lot of buyers coming in. Certainly a buyer at the market at the minute. So we've got this area here, which is below ADR, and then we've obviously got ADR and 125. So that area, that's where we would look for resistance this afternoon if we're going to go long. So you've got till 12,755. There's nothing to go, nothing until we get there. I doubt that's going to do it. That's really old. I doubt that'll get run over if we go that way. And if we're going short, pulling back to ADR, look. So we've got this level down here that we looked at, and then back down to ADR in that propulsion gap. That's my preferred today, would be to come down into there, come down to ADR low, which is basically a nice propulsion gap on the hourly. So trade it back down into here. So if we reject that high, nice short. So see what happens up here. Did you change the settings on WRP indicator? I probably did, yeah. I don't know. What's mine set to? 750 at the minute. It doesn't matter. I mean, all that is a look back. So it's just looking back in the past. What you set it at is, you know, personal choice, really. How far do you want to look back? No right or wrong with that. Come on, US dollar. So what I'd like to see is this, completely retrace this and go back out the lows and run for the hills. That would push the US dollar, which will drive down gold, which is exactly what we want to hear. Loads of negative crickets, lots of selling. That will drive this back down. So it's a nice ADR hit. So looking at the other ADRs we've got today, let me just turn that down a little bit. The other ADRs we've got today, Aussie dollar CAD we looked at this morning. Christ. I was doing some analysis, putting trades on the chart, and I've got trades from all sorts of pairs on here, so you're going to see a lot of crap on there. I'll tidy that up in a minute. If it gets annoying, I might tidy it up because it's all over the price action. Aussie dollar CAD. So that was an ADR hit to the upside this morning. That was the entry this morning up here. So there was your reversal alert there. We looked at this one this morning. We haven't actually gone anywhere in London. London is literally that. Yeah, so London hasn't moved, it's completely sideways. So you're still in that. So it's still a nice potential short, that one, Aussie dollar CAD. Swiss yen, that's just come off of ADR. You've had your 5-minute reversal alert straight off of ADR and bouncing. Beautiful propulsion gap here. That's kind of one. If you look at that on 15-minute, that's it's easier to see on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, so you've got this big propulsion move, breaking that low. Accumulation break, that's a beautiful accumulation break. That will be tested, definitely. At the moment, we're retesting that one. So we're just bouncing between them. So back up to there. Swiss yen, like that. Euro yen, that's come straight off of ADR. Again, out of this big, strong move to the upside, pushed up, down, back up. Again, safe haven run. Don't know if this is real. If not, we get a V-shaped recovery on this afternoon, which is kind of what I'm anticipating on gold. I'm not quite sure why we've run into the safe haven quite so much, but, you know, we'll see. Thanks for the follow, Islam Karimov. Islam Karimov, like that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. But, yeah, Euro yen, all of these yens, basically, this yen strength is all sort of starting to wane a little bit. But whether or not this is just pulling back for next leg down, we will find out in the next hour. But the nice reversal alert there. Pound New Zealand, ADR. We had this one break. I'm long this. I'm not, I'm short it. Sorry. Yeah, I'm short at the moment. Pound New Zealand obviously pushed down into there, which is ADR. And that is the support level we looked at on the hourly. Support resistance. So we looked at this level here this morning, didn't we? That high, that high. Yeah, so previous area that has been support resistance multiple times. We've just tapped straight into it again. Then we've got this higher level here, which is these lows. So this whole area here, basically, we're rejecting at the minute. So it's potentially a good long. The Pound New Zealand, though, is a kind of short overall, but we're extended on the hourly. So everything is saying continue this range-bound movement, pretty much. We've got a whacking great target to the upside to head for. Similar sort of size to that, similar sort of size to that, yeah. So we'll get there at some point. It's whether or not we're going to push down further, come and test this area and then push back up into there, or whether it's just going to push up into there. I don't know. But it's potentially a nice long. I've got a short on this basically at the moment, which is an older trade from here. That's the first entry there. Second entry somewhere up here. So you see my break even. I'm break even at the moment on it. So I like that as a long potentially at the moment, but I'm short overall on it. New Zealand dollar CAD. Nice ADR hit. We're 150 on this now, pretty much. So we've slammed straight through that. We looked at this morning. We slammed straight through that level. So remember I said, if we get through that level, we're coming up into the propulsion gap. So it's doing exactly what I was expecting it to do. If you remember, I said first entry there, second entry there, third entry there, and get out. Yeah. So obviously when you get a reversal alert on the lower time frame, so obviously, you know, don't just get in when there's signs of weakness coming through, which is obviously when you get the next reversal alert. But it looks like it's going for the propulsion gap. Well, it's in the propulsion gap, literally just entering the propulsion gap now. Okay. So in here, we should expect to see some kind of resistance starting to form. This is a huge RSI extension. This is a very big, strong move. Yeah, they're going to need to take some profit on it at some point. It's whether or not they're going to just go for it and run it as far as they possibly can, or whether it's going to come back down. See what the sentiment is on this. Oil. Oh, oil. Let's just see what the sentiment is on this. So it's mixed. So COT is long, retail is also long. Sorry, retail short. Right, okay, this is why it's running. Look. Oh, it's loads of selling coming in. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Oh, too many windows. Which one? That one, New Zealand dollar CAD. So they are shorting the crap out of it. 90% of the market at the moment is short on the New Zealand dollar CAD. What does that tell you? All the liquidity from every single short they're taking is at the highs. So the market is running all the liquidity and continuing to run that liquidity. So as long as the market's short, there's much more interest for the big boys to go long. So pushing up into 175, 200 ADR potentially could be today. But I would be looking for short opportunities on that. I will be getting into that short on the next reverse alert on M5, which will be at the moment there when we break that level. But obviously retail at the moment is short, so it's going long. So there's your ADRs. There's a few opportunities to get into things there. New Zealand dollar CAD is a long at the moment. Obviously, that's all because of COT being long and retail being long, fundamentals, but it's not particularly strong. That's the strongest it can possibly get at the moment based on COT. Retail is full long. So when that switches to a 0, that becomes a 1. So, you know, it is range bound. You can trade it both directions. Did you change? Oil has puked. Yeah. So oil, I got into this morning. I got stopped out of it. New Zealand CAD 150 ADR. Well, this is selling off hard, this Nasdaq. And the Dow. So it looks like a short to me. Looks like we're just going to continue short, which means money is going to fly into these safe havens, unfortunately, if you're trading gold. Oh, I've just been stopped out of there. I'm not having a good day today. I'm getting stopped out all over the place at the moment. I've bought oil twice. This is when you look at yourself and go, you know, like I said this morning, whoever it was I was talking to, it was trading gold. And I said, I stopped trading gold because gold kills me all the time. Oil is turning into my absolute nemesis. I've lost just over $1,000 on this morning, longing this thing. So I have had multiple longs on this. I just got in again on this move. And literally straight away, bang, out, dead. It moves so aggressively when it goes. That was my next entry, was a bounce out of here. So I am going to set that up. 66.55. There. So what I'm looking for is the next reversal out of this area. If it retests and breaks that level, I think this thing's collapsing. The reason this is coming down is because they're flushing into the safe havens again, which is exactly what we had before, wasn't it? That's why we broke that level, because of what happened with SVB. We bounced, and now they've said they've gone bankrupt. It seems that we're running for the hills again. So just be very, very, very careful today. A few more sellers starting to come in now. So looking for a bounce out of that area on gold. So 66.97, as soon as it's tapped that into there, I'll be looking for longs again on it. It's not my friend today, oil. I'm just going to let's get it set up. Right, that's oil. RSIs, we've got quite a few. So there's your 15-minute opening range, very wide range this morning. So the 15-minute opening range is at those highs. So if that breaks, we've got that run out this afternoon, up to, where did we say? 12,755. Up here, big run, long way, almost up to ADR, isn't it? So if that high breaks today, look, Asian high, or Globex high rather in this case. Yeah, that's your 15-minute opening range. That breaks, or if up there, potentially. Afternoon, Tech Your Dream. Afternoon, Cabbage. Sorry, Cabbage. Afternoon, Eddie 209. Who's that? Who's Eddie209? That's a great name. We've had Ed209 in here before. We were watching Ed209. Sorry, I'm late. Did you look at Aussie New Zealand? I'm short from yesterday. Aussie New Zealand. Short from yesterday, doing good. Yeah, you will be. So that was an H1 M5. It's really distracting having all these lines all over the chart. What I might do, shall I refresh my template? Gets rid of all of my support resistance levels. Won't do, not yet. So yeah, nice H1 entry. I didn't get into that because I'm taking 75s at the minute. So yeah, lovely, beautiful. Continuation short based on the H4 bounce. Looks good. So just watch the lows, basically 125 ADR target, but I would expect you to go beyond that. So if we're going to continue the market structure, it's just going to continue to pop down somewhere around here and then pop up again and then pop down, keep going all the way down to there. Sorry, someone's trying to phone me, blimey. US dollar is nearly dead. It's not nearly dead. Euro US dollars looking like a really nice 3-bar reversal on 4-hour push, stop, pull. If that closes below that low, I think we might get out at the bottom there, which would indicate a US dollar strength, but we'll see. Jimmy Olsen, greetings from Sweden. Follows you every London Open from your work computer. Why is it so many people are working? You're not the first person that said that. Someone else was saying, yeah, I watch you in the mornings with my mate at work. It's like, does your boss know? Shut me up if the boss walks past. Diamond, I have a utility that may help you with those lines. It will monitor when objects are added to the chart. And when you change the symbol, it will hide any objects not for this pair. I also have something that will do that with these lines. Like that one there, look. I've got this magic thing, look. Watch this. You'll like this. Watch this. I'm deleting these orders from my chart. You cannot see them anymore. There was 2 trades on there, right? Oh, no, there's 3. Sorry, there's another one there, look. I am removing them from my chart. Watch this magic. Ding, 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 ding. Now they come back. How cool is that? It's magic. Look, the lines are back. And then I can go ding, 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 and they disappear. But I didn't use that. I manually added them for some unknown reason, which is now annoying me because I completely forgot I have my magic ting function, which puts the trades on the chart for me. But anyway, I spent about 10 minutes going through my history because I wanted to just analyze the H1 M5 trades that have been taken in the last month. And I was doing an export and analysis on them. And I dragged them all onto the chart. And then as soon as I dragged the last one on there, I was looking at it and I was like, haven't I got an indicator that does this? Yep. I forgot about it. Anyway, always nice to have utilities like that, isn't it? To be honest, no. Hi, Caleb, Nigeria. Hi, Caleb. Saw a great meme the other day with lines on the chart. Lost it. A great meme the other day with lines on the chart. Lost it. Don't know what that was. Play salty games. Planning on doing the bootcamp this weekend. Found you Monday or Tuesday. Great channel. Cool. Yeah, go and do the bootcamp. Everybody needs to do the bootcamp. Tell everybody about the bootcamp. Get them all to do the bootcamp. Get everybody in here. We'll start making some money. Buying again on the Nasdaq. We're within the 15-minute opening range at the moment, so it is still a long. But Dow at the moment is a short. So we've got divergence across the indices at the minute. Dow's got these downside targets. So obviously at the moment we've got divergence where the Nasdaq is driving higher and the Dow is trying to drive lower. So until these guys get into sync, we're probably going to find a little bit of chop. There's a possibility the market is waiting for the University of Michigan at 2, which is in 2 minutes time. So we'll see what happens at the end of this candle, but it might be that we're waiting for UOM. I can't believe they wait for this thing. It's just unbelievable that they survey 500 people and think it's actually going to help. But they do. So why is that got a cross? Why can't I access that? It's like it's selected or something. Oh, that's why it was bold. Was it? Ah, that glitched, didn't it? That's why it was bold. I said this morning, didn't I? I don't normally see that in bold. It's because it had glitched. It should have had information there and it didn't. There you go. Anyway, UOM about to hit. So watch this. See if this does something on UOM. But weird if it does. Brian Telly. Telegram. Oh, sorry. I've seen that before. Oh yeah, I found the bottom. Can you see it? I've seen that before. It's an old one, that. Okay, so it was waiting for University of Michigan. Got a bit of a rally there. Lovely big spread look. New Zealand CAD, Euro New Zealand, New Zealand US dollar all got RSI hits on the hourly. We'll have a look at the RSIs in a sec. We are going longer. Gold is really coming down. Sorry, oil. Gold will probably be going up. I'm just halfway through part 3 of the bootcamp. So much content. In fact, it's all 3 is awesome. I might have to do the bootcamp a couple of times. There is a lot of information in there. Okay, Nasdaq's going long. So 12,755. Dow, we need to obviously see this hold at the moment, but it's very, very buyer heavy. You can hear it. So nothing but buyers coming in at the minute. Hello, Tech. Your dream. Can I see your next D? Can I see your next resistance level on gold? We are absorbing a lot of this move, but we'll see what happens. So on gold, above there, it's up there. Look. So you got this level here, somewhere around there anyway. So 225 ADR, 200, 225 ADR up to 275 ADR. The thing you got to remember at the moment, we're extended on the daily as well. Look, but this seems to be another reaction to the banking issue. I don't pay any attention to this. 63.4 on a forecast of 67. So they're saying they don't like it. But I just don't get this University of Michigan sentiment for some reason. It's never made any sense to me. If we break this high and we push above this high, it's because of the issues we've got with the banks. Yeah, so we're just flagging and pushing at the moment. At some point, the thing is, you don't know if this is speculative or if this is actually a run for the hills. If it's a run for the hills, it could go on forever. Because normal market movement, we expect the banks to take profit on their moves. If they're not doing this to make money, they're doing this to protect their money or other people's money, you won't find a profit take move on it, and it will just go parabolic, have a little, it's tiny flags, tiny flag, tiny flag. That sort of movement is what you get in safe haven runs. And you can tell if it's a safe haven run by the strength in the yen, typically, because you get a lot of money moving into that at the same time, or the Swiss franc, which we haven't at the moment. So this looks like just sort of weakness at the moment on the US dollar, I think. And I don't think we're going to get above that zone there. If we get over 175 ADR today, I'd be very surprised. I'd be looking to short this out of here. I don't think we get above that. Still buying Nasdaq. So if you're on the 5-minute range break, that's nice. Plenty of room. Still got another 85 points to the upside on that. So I'm going to have a look at the RSIs. So Euro New Zealand, we haven't got any 4 hours. There's nothing on the 4-hour RSIs. That's those 3 left columns of the 4-hour RSI extensions, 70, 75, 80, etc. There's nothing extended on there. Aussie dollar Swiss is still very close. That was extended this morning. We've had a little bit of a pullback, but it's having another little bit of a push. We're stuck in this accumulation area at the minute. That's getting close. Aussie dollar CAD is fairly close. Everything else is New Zealand dollar Swiss is close. We'll look at that on the hourly, and New Zealand CAD, we'll look at that on the hourly as well. But everything else is pretty much okay. So Euro New Zealand is the only thing at the moment extended on the 4-hour for potentials. So the euro at the minute, if you look at the euro on the scorecard at the moment, we are range bound on everything euro, ever so slightly bullish on most things, apart from odd New Zealand and US. So it's the euro at the moment is kind of floundering, and what Lagarde has said this week hasn't helped. So we're right down at a lovely little support area down here. This is a previous resistance, which turned into support immediately. This zone, this kind of whole area here, which we bounced out of once and rallied. We did this quick V-shaped recovery. We've slammed down very, very, very hard back into this. So I would look for some kind of movement like that, potentially, and possibly weakening on the euro. The market isn't happy with the euro, as you can see. So the euro odd coming down, euro CAD, that's holding because the CAD's weak. Euro Swiss, you can't tell because it's pretty much the same thing. Euro pound is coming down. If something's coming down against the pound, we know it's bad. Euro yen obviously is a safe haven run. Euro New Zealand is coming down, and the Euro US has come down, but it's bounced. But it's sort of moving over now. So with what we've got here on the euro, this 8.5% inflation figure and the highest unemployment in the world, basically, they've decided they're not going to increase their interest rates anymore, which is going to have a negative impact on that, and possibly a positive impact on that, but not much. Sellers starting to come in. So a little bit of a pullback. Got a huge propulsion gap forming there. You've got, that isn't formed one there because that candle's smaller than that one. But anyway, yeah, so likely to pull back a little bit. So I like this, all these euros potentially as kind of neutral to weak at the moment. I don't think the market's going to like what's happened. So the fact that we're down at a low, it's quite difficult to say, yeah, let's go long on it. It has got a good target to the upside. So we're looking at the hourly RSI extension here. Yeah, down here. So we'd be looking for some kind of push back up into that area, but I wouldn't necessarily want to play it much higher than that. It may get back up into there, but we are certainly on our way down now, aren't we? So nicely extended on the RSI. So reversal on the 5 minute. I think you probably just had one. Not yet. Yeah, you did have one. You had one in here, but it's obviously pushed down again. So just start to try and build a long position on it, I would. But it's I'm umming and ahhing on it, because if we break this low here, you got a good 3/4 ADR drop down, which isn't the end of the world. You know, it's maybe 3 positions, isn't it, before we pull back? But we are extended. So if we get a break here, we're going to come down here, aren't we? Yeah. And look at what happens when we get down here. Well, you can't, because we haven't. So, you know, there is the kind of the closest we've got to compare, isn't it, of getting further than that level. So it's highly probable that we're going to get the bounce here, because we're so extended. They're going to want to pull it back a bit. They're going to need to pull it back a bit to rally some steam if they want to go further down. So I like it as a long. I'm just cautious at the minute because of what Lagarde has said about the new rate increase. But looks nice, doesn't it? Looks like a good area to start buying it up. Oil, what the hell are you doing? It's starting to look like that beast, isn't it? Out of what's it called? Stranger Things. Just like big long legs. Can't remember what it is. What's the monster called out of Stranger Things? Not that. It's got a name, isn't it? Can't remember what it's called. That thing. Look, with his big legs, look. There you go, look. Yeah. He's got other legs coming down like that. It's exactly what oil looks like. Exactly. It's like a spider. Demigorgon, that's it. I knew it was something like that. Something like that, isn't it? Demigorgon. Oh, I'm not getting in oil. I'm giving up with oil. I've had enough. I'm not going to long that anymore. It's a falling knife. Here, yes. So this zone that I drew on, well, this is the daily support zone, yeah? So right at this low, it's a big old zone, this. Yeah, so you're either going to play a very tight stop off of these lows, maybe give it a 1/4 of an ADR. So those lows are 100 ADR. Yeah, pretty much. Yesterday's low is sort of in between 100, 100 ADR. So give it a 1/4 of an ADR off of these lows as a stop. So somewhere down to there, so like a 10 pip stop. It's 36 ADR. 1/4 of an ADR is 9. So give it around about a 9 or 10 pip stop. When it gets down to here, potentially take the next reversal alert, but the stop goes down here somewhere. And it's either going to bounce back up there, which is a nice risk reward trade, or it's not. Your M5 reversal alert is going to be fairly tight. But other than that, that thing's a nightmare. We've got loads of selling coming in as well. This is such a jittery market at the moment. It's so jittery at the moment. Right. So RSIs, we've looked at Euro New Zealand. So I do like that. It's a really good looking level that we're coming down to there. Reversal on M5, you haven't quite got. If you're not in it and you missed the one that was in there, obviously that's been invalidated, but that would be the next break of structure. M15 is pretty much in the same place, and you've got a lovely target to the upside, 76 pips away. You've also got a big one up there, 150, which is over an ADR. So that's something you would aim for probably for Monday, Tuesday next week. New Zealand dollar CAD, very nicely extended on the hourly. We've looked at this one already. This is an ADR reversal. This is potentially starting now, look. Big rejection up at the highs there. There's a lot of selling coming in. Big old candles today. Again, market's very, very jittery. Oops, one. So yeah, like that level, purely because this is the propulsion gap. So if you did take the first entry there, you'll be looking to get into a second somewhere up here. And then obviously if we do get a deeper push all the way up back up to the origin, which is just below the top of the propulsion gap, you take a third. By the time we get there, we're out the top. If we're getting out the top, we're coming down. It's exactly the same trade as that. Look, I took this exact trade. Big extension, took the first entry. Big extension, took the first entry. Pushed, took second entry on a massive extension. Second entry, massive extension. Profit take move out. Yeah, so it'd be exactly the same trade as that one. New Zealand dollar Swiss. Very extended. We're up in ADR on that one as well. This is the propulsion gap we looked at. I'm not unsure about this, but this is where I said this morning, didn't I? If we get up to ADR on this, that's where I'd be interested in getting in. Bit more of an extension on it. Again, same thing. If it gets extended and it doesn't profit take on that move, then take the second extension and get out when it does, because if it has to go further up to above 80, it's coming down. Yeah, so that would be in this case probably a push up into that support area there. You have got that level there. I don't think it really, whoops, don't think it really reacted at that level there. No. So buyers coming back in. So that level there is where I would look. Oh, what happened there? 150. So take a reversal alert when you get one. You've probably had one. You might even be in it. But this propulsion gap may well work. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, that will, in all likelihood. Yeah. So same thing as that. New Zealand Swiss, New Zealand dollar, US dollar also extended. Again, beautiful upside. Oh my God, look at this mess. I'm going to do it. I'm going to clean my template. Bye-bye support resistance lines. Clean. There we go. Now I can see my trades and I can just see the ones on this chart. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, we're up at a lovely level. Buyers are coming in again. Here we go. So next leg up. Potentially. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, this is a really nice resistance. Double top. Got that high there. That's our potential resistance area. So somewhere around here. And obviously you extend that down. Yeah, this could be where we come back down from, obviously, to make a new lower high. If we're going to have a market structure shift to the downside, we need to not invalidate that level. Yeah, so we're either going to get a stop run of those two, or we're not. We're going to come straight back down. So it's either that, then that, or it's that, then that. Don't know. So nice extended. It's donated my lines off of my RSI. How very dare you. Oh. So yeah, like that, from where it is potentially. We had a reversal alert on it this morning here. We've just invalidated that high. So we've got a new break of structure here, which is pretty much the same place. I'm already short this. Look, I was short on that one. You can see where I'm in. Look, I'm in somewhere here. I probably got in earlier, actually. Got in there, look. We're extended on the RSI up there. more sellers coming in. So there's all your entries for RSIs and ADRs. New Zealand CAD is 150 now. Definitely the nicest of the bunch, I think, that one. In there. Right, let me catch up on the chat. Gap up on EU. Tiny little quick short opportunity there. Oh, that's a big sell. Putting it right back down. This doesn't want to go long, does it? God, this is tough to trade this afternoon. I'll be well stopped out of my 5. Yeah, I'll be well stopped out of my 5. 40 odd. So I would have stopped. So I'd have stopped out on it there. Entry there. So tiny profit. That's nasty. What is gold doing? It doesn't know. It wants to come down, but it's struggling to come down at the moment. I'll be looking for gold to come out of that area. It may well take it. If it takes it, fine, but I think we'll then get a drop out of it. So it's whether or not we've got enough weakness in the US dollar to help that drive. And it looks like the US dollar's just powered up because the indices have just started to drop. So that would indicate that we've got some strength coming through in the US dollar at the moment. Yeah, so it's popping. We've got gap fill on US dollar CAD. Look, that was off of the University of Michigan, I guess, is it? 3 o'clock? 255, yeah. So that was University of Michigan caused that. Didn't get it on the Swiss. It's all over the place, isn't it, this afternoon? What's a good sell target for Aussie dollar, US dollar? So at the moment, I would say the lows, but it depends where you got in. I'm in here. So depending on how long you're looking to hold for, obviously we're coming down into this propulsion gap, so there's a potential of a bounce down here anywhere. Other than that, I'd be looking at those lows. Yeah, you've always got to think when you're looking at targets. Yeah, at the moment market structure is long, so we've got a low, a high, a lower high, sorry, a higher low and a higher high. Yeah, so market structure at the moment is ever so slightly long. So this, if we are going to continue to go long, market structure is going to pull back and it will not break that low. So somewhere above this low is where we are going to stop. So there's no propulsion gap target to aim for there. So you have to say, if you're not going to get out there on a fairly quick move, that's an 8 hour, 10 hour move. That's good hold. If you're going to go further, then somewhere around there is safe. That would be brilliant. That would be ballsy. Anywhere below there is lucky. So I'm always looking for propulsion because propulsion is where we get the reaction. Look. That's why I look where I got out on that long. Yeah, got in there, got out there because we're in a propulsion gap. Still selling. Gosh, it's nasty at the moment, these indexes. Yeah, so it depends where you want to get out. It's You know, somewhere around there. It's good exit. I shall be getting out very soon. Debbie Gorgon, yes. Forex pips, head and shoulders, Quasimodo. Yeah. The Demigorgon looks like a Quasimodo, doesn't it? Head and shoulders reversal pattern. Oil is approaching a very interesting level. So we're getting down there now. Oops, wrong one. Any invalidation beyond that level, I'll just look out below. This thing's going nuts. Look at that. David, I got NAS sales at 126.52. Oh, did you now? Cocky. Very nice. I would get out if I were you. Doesn't look like I want to go below the lows. No, I wouldn't get out. Just stay in. Hold it. This thing's coming down hard. They're running for the hills. Gold is always going to be a good gauge for you. If you're shorting indices at the minute, gold is a good gauge. If gold starts to falter, this will come down as that goes up, usually. So just keep your eyes on gold as well. I'm just watching the Dow to see where the Dow is. Dow's made new lows, so definitely bearish. Obviously, look at what we've got at the moment is complete opposite on the Nasdaq. It's very, very difficult. Friday afternoons, always a bit nasty. The sound at the back, is that a trading robot? That's financial juice. We're only in fear at the minute now. Look, not extreme fear. This is Tick Strike. So this is an audible version of the stock pits. It's like the New York pits. So basically this is designed to replicate the sound of people shouting buy and sell. So you can hear order flow going on in the market. And obviously as you're hearing order flow, it helps you to understand who's buying and who's selling. So when we hear negative clicks like low level ticks, those are sells, and high level clicks, those are buys. So these are sells coming in. Yeah, lots of sells. Volume, huge volume. Yeah, you can see price obviously comes down as the huge volume hits it. So the way that I use Tick Strike is if we get down to this level here and I hear large volumes of sells coming in at this level, but I don't see us moving down below that level, that tells me that there is an iceberg order sitting here absorbing all the sellers' orders. At some point, those sellers will run out of orders to go through that level, and they will give up, and they will puke and go the other way, and this iceberg order will run them over, and we'll get a massive pullback. Yeah. So you can't really use it to say, right, I want to short it now, because at any moment that could give up. But it helps you to see when the orders are stopping. Yeah. If it goes silent for 5 minutes, and this thing doesn't move anywhere, you know that there's no big sellers in the market. There's lots of different ways to use it, Tick Strike, but just it helps with the indices, especially futures. It's invaluable in futures. Really, really need to hear it in the futures market. The way that I use it in the futures market, when I don't trade them at the moment, but I have 3 Tick Strikes open. I have one for ES. I have one for NQ. And I have one for the Dow, basically. And I also have I can't remember now. I think it's AM. I can't remember from the top of my head. I have AMD, I have Tesla, and I have, I think it's Netflix. I think I have Netflix as well. So what this gives me is an overview of the entire stock market. So when this is all going crazy buys, yeah, and I can hear lots of buying coming in, and I can also see that the major stocks in the Nasdaq are also doing the same thing. When this lot is going absolutely crazy, but we're hitting a brick wall, I know for a fact that we are going to end up dropping. Because if they're buying the crap out of that and the major stocks, it tends to put a brake on it, which means there's an iceberg sitting there, and the iceberg order will basically drive it back the other way. Like this. See, it's totally quiet now, yeah? If the next ticks we hear are positive, like high level ticks, clicks more than ticks, clicks, you'll probably find we'll put a bull candle in next. But yeah, there you go. So this is buyers coming back in. Yeah. So now if we don't see this move up, it means that the sellers are absorbing all of these buy orders, in which case then we'll probably make a run on the lows and break them. Yeah, see the sellers coming down. So all these buyers that just bought up there, boom, at the lot. Look, that was a massive order went in there. Didn't hear it, but you saw it. Just eating the buy orders. They're basically eating those stops. All those guys that just went long there, yeah, they got stops here. Those jumps down, are those stops getting eaten? They're just puking those orders out. It's interesting, but that's what it does. Detailed conversation about something that is actually useless in this market, really. It's not useless, but for futures, really. What's happening on oil right now? I don't know, Philip. I'm desperately trying to buy it out of this low, but I can't. Let me just turn tick strike down a bit. I can't find a buyer. I can't get in. I really want to get in. I really think it's going up, but I can't. The fact that we double bottomed after this massive collapse, I just think this is going long, but we keep getting scuppered by people buying safe havens for some reason. Every time we get something coming out about SVB, yeah, they just scares the crap out of everything. So I want to buy it out of here. I've been trying to buy it. I bought it here, and I got run over. So I'm just trying to get an order on. If we can get back up to the highs by Monday, I'll have it all back and some, but I'm struggling to get in. Amanda gave me a gap on the 5-minute. Just filled, yeah. David, quick question. Is there anything that can be placed on MT4 to show the timer for when the next candle is about to paint? Yeah, that can. I've got that on the chart. Look, here. Countdown clock. It is called market. Candle timer countdown MT4. Candle timer countdown MT4. It's in the marketplace. Go and look in the MQL5 marketplace. Candle timer countdown MT4. And that will tell you when the next candle is about to close. Nothing quite like an over-leveraged roller coaster to end one's Friday. Yeah. It's been one of those weeks. It's been a really, really good month, but this week has been a struggle. Well, it hasn't been a struggle. I've banked loads this week, but I should rephrase that. Today has been a struggle. Here comes some more sellers. Yeah, so those buyers. The other reason you hear upticks is sellers taking profit on their orders. Yeah, so when they're moving down as sellers, to get out of those positions, they've got to become buyers, which is why you hear the high ticks coming in. The best way to use tick strike is to find absorption, is to identify icebergs. That's by far the most effective strategy with it. Umair, US 30, US 30, US 30, US 30. Are you chanting or do you want to see US 30? New Zealand. So yeah, I mean, it's selling at the minute, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what you want me to say. With indices, you just follow the money. If it's selling off, you sell it. Down to here or here. You're just about to get that one. That one's just filled. About to hit that one. You got 125. Got there. After that's happened, I suspect we'll probably have a little of buy because they'll be getting out of those orders. Sell at the minute. Okay, Nasdaq's just testing the Globex lows and has run them over by those things. CAD Yen, ADR. So they are running into the safe havens. Look. This is another run on the safe haven, so gold will be flying. Just don't bother with oil. This, I don't know, it's up to you, but oil sold off hard when we had the last move off of SVB, so targeting 4-hour WRB on the NAS. Yeah, so that wide range bar there off of that accumulation, somewhere in there for a target. I'd look at it on lower time frames though. You're probably ADR is the propulsion gap that broke that flag is that one. So that is the most likely to be tested. Crap. Knew that was coming. That was my gold stop just getting triggered. Don't trade gold, me. Why don't me listen to me? Me has to stop trading gold. I've got to stop it. I don't trade it normally. I don't trade it myself. But when I'm trading prop, for some reason, I believe that it's all going to be different. It's not. It's the same market. I need to go and read my book. I need to go and read this, don't I? I just went from that back down to the eureka moment. Don't trade gold. Oh, God. Oh, no, listen. What do I think of gold? I hate it. That's a good question to ask. Gold is just doing its own thing. Gold is basically running, gold is a safe haven. So it's getting run up because everybody's scared to death of the stock market at the minute. So they're buying gold, they're buying the yen. If you're trying to mean revert these, they will mean revert at some point. There will be a beautiful point where you will get a lovely pullback profit take on the move. But you're trying to catch a balloon that's flying or catch a falling knife. It's just very, very difficult to get into. You needed to be in like David was and catch a lucky reversal and hold. Because it's got a long way to go, I think, potentially. I think they're going to drop Nasdaq hard. Jonathan, look at 15-minute and zoom out. Yeah, probably a stop run. Well, they don't really do stop runs on indices. Don't do that really. They don't. It's not manipulated in that way. It's just a case of there's no more stocks to buy. There's no more value in buying. They don't really run liquidity in the way they do on Forex. Forex is manipulated. But if you think about it, if you look at the Nasdaq, remember, what did I say this morning? Can anybody remember what I said about the Nasdaq this morning? I showed it many, many times playing out over the last month. I showed probably 4 instances of exactly what is happening right now. Yeah. 3-day run-ups. Yeah. 3-day run, profit take. 3-day run, profit take. 3-day run, profit take. That one was a bit more. came green, but it's still a bar down, profit take. 3 day, that was a 4-day run, profit take. 3-day run, profit take. 3-day run. Yeah. This is what I said this morning, didn't I? Remember? Anybody getting deja vu? But obviously the fact that they seem to be running for the hills with the safe havens as well, obviously that means the only way to run for the hills with the safe havens is to pull your money out of the stock market. So that is a very easy target ADR downside today, I think, if you can get into it short. Which means do not try and short gold and do not try and long oil. If it is going to do that, you know, this might just be a complete horrible whipsaw Friday, you know. It's one of those things is playing out, isn't it? It's just difficult to tell. Can we have some more likes on the thumbs up button? I got 39. There's 104 people in here. If you haven't done it. Hope you don't have AMC, The Walking Dead. No, AMC is not a good one. So basically, when I'm using Tick Strike, I'm looking at the top stocks, yeah, in Tick Strike. Nasdaq. So I use Amazon, Nvidia, and Tesla. Yeah. So those are the three. I use Tesla, Nvidia, and Amazon. I knew it was one. I couldn't remember who it was. It says Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla. So those are the three stocks I use. Netflix to a certain point, but Netflix dropped off. So what you want to do, Microsoft is too liquid. The market cap on Microsoft is far too high. Microsoft trades like that. It's like there's so many shares available. Getting this thing moved up or down is virtually impossible. Although today, look at that. And Apple's the same. Amazon, far too much liquidity in them. So Nvidia and Tesla are very high movers. Amazon, not Amazon. I was going to say Alphabet. So Nvidia, Amazon, and Tesla, those are the three that I use as what the hell's going on in the Nasdaq, because the vast majority of the movement that's caused in the Nasdaq is caused by those three stocks because they're lower cap but higher volatility, so you get more movement. That's why everybody trades Nvidia. Yeah, you go to any stock trading room or course, they will be trading that every single day. Nvidia is the most beautiful thing to trade, always has been. I traded Nvidia 10 years ago. I cut my teeth trading stocks on trading Nvidia. Always been beautiful, always been a high market leader in an industry with two players, aren't they? Yeah, so it's a really, really high liquid, high traded stock. What does it cost? Tick Strike. It's $99, I think. Yeah, $99. We looked at it the other day, didn't we? There's a 7-day free trial as well if you want to get it, but obviously you will pay $99 in 7 days. Ignore that. There's always a sale on. It's always $99 a month. Yeah, if you want to go and get it, but obviously if you're not trading futures, yeah, don't bother with it because it's free here. Yeah, you will find the S&P will move with the Nasdaq and the Dow a lot of the time. You'll have the same order flow because institutions buy sectors. So when you're buying a stock sector, you will tend to buy in all three indexes at the same time. So I wouldn't worry too much about getting it unless you're trading futures markets. But you can use the free version. It just gives you an idea, you know, and it's a case of just hearing the absorption. That's all you're listening for. But if you don't know how to trade absorption, it's bloody useless. So I won't worry about it. I just like hearing it. I'm just used to hearing it because I've been hearing it for many years. I've been using Tick Strike for a long time. You'll find an awful lot of stock trading rooms use Tick Strike because it simulates the pits. And the pits is what tells you where momentum is. If everybody's selling, you sell. If everybody's buying, you buy. It's just a case of how long you hold and managing the profit. And that tells you what everyone's doing. Unless you've got some software like I have, like Jigsaw, which gives you a heat map and shows you where all the orders are. Sorry I'm late. DAX dropped so hard. Did you blow the fivers? Yes, I did, Tony. Yeah, I put a post in the Telegram group. It blew. I put a nice little animation with it as well. Look. Boom. And then it went. I'm glad to see the back of it. I really am. I'm not going to use the fivers again. Can't trade for 10. 1 in 10. Just a little pullback. Saw the Nasdaq test of the daily open. 1960 is the area I wanted to watch for gold change, but right now there's just so much strength. 1960. Cat yen. Oh dear. Oh my God, look at that. It's off. Off. It's on like Donkey Kong. That is off. So we are above the highs. So there's not been any limit orders trigger here, has there at all? So there are no predictive sellers, speculative sellers in here at all. That was the area that potentially we could start seeing some selling. We've just flown through it. So you got to look higher, which brings you out to this high here as your next stop, which is way, way, way off. That's 360. That's over an ADR and a half away. So that thing could just go all day. All the time this stock market is selling off, all the time we're hearing these negative ticks come in, gold is going to rally. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing can just keep falling out its arse. I'm short on it. So it can keep going. It needs to pay me back for my stop on the long position. So let it go. CAD yen is hitting a very nice support. Okay, so we got this level here on the CAD yen. This where'd that line go? This absolute low. Aussie dollar yen also pulling back, but not as hard. So CAD yen. Yeah. So this whole area here, this is very, very similar to oil. Look, it's that bounce. We're either going to get it or we're not, but they are buying the crap out of the yen again. The market is scared to death. So just be careful of getting in the way of this lot. I'd love to hit the short button on this, but I'm not. I can't jump on. This is, if you're getting short on things like this now, you're FOMO, and FOMO trades rarely work because you have missed so much of that move. And whenever you try and get in on a FOMO trade, it's invariably at the end of the move. However, this could go. Look at what we've had. Yeah, this move here. That was 272 pips. It's 146 ADR. So it's nearly 200 ADR. Yeah, we are only 100 ADR. There's possible 100 ADR move. We got to move all the way down to there, potentially 140 pips. Possibly, but possibly not. Possibly that. Possibly that. Yeah. So you can't chase these moves. It will calm down at some point, but it's not really tradable when it moves this fast. You're either in it like David is, and you're wetting yourself going, when do I get out? I bet he's already out here. That would have scared me. Just past phase 2 on my funded account. David, well done. With those sales on the NAS. Oh, right. Okay, brilliant. There you go. You are out. Excellent. Good job. Right, so now halve your risk. Don't remain in a tadpole. Oh, yeah, you're saying well done, David. Here come the buyers. So be careful. Let's have a look at gold. See if we get any bearish price action on gold. So the market reversal alert is here. You can't really see it because I've got a silly orange background. I need to change my color, don't I? That color's no good. What should we have? Need to pick something that contrasts orange, really, don't I? Turquoise? Oh, I don't like turquoise. Violet, no. Pink, no. Light blue? Pale turquoise? No, can't see that. Needs to be bold enough you can see it. Powder blue, we lose lavender for the propulsion gaps. Sky blue might work. That's better. There we go. So you can see now the reversal alert. There's the reversal alert. So we're 150 pretty much ADR. So first step is obviously lower high or an inside bar. Crack that low. And then if that holds and we've got enough sellers on board, we get the reversal alert and then we'll get the flush potentially. So this could be, we can hear the sellers have stopped at the moment. Salmon, I'm not using salmon. I used to use salmon. I used to use salmon, but what did I use salmon for? I can't remember what salmon is, but somewhere here, isn't it? There it is. Salmon. Yeah, it's still a bit too dark. Can't believe with markets moving this fast, we're sitting here talking about which color to use. Sky blue, it is. Okay, we've got some buying starting to come in now. So, profit make sad head voice go away. That's cryptic. Derp. Gold is beast. It is beast at the minute. Got a long way to go to the next level. A long way. It's not going to make it all the way up there, though. You know, look at where we are from an exhaustion perspective. Yeah, we're up here. We're going to either accumulate and stop, or we're going to reverse. So it may get a little bit further, but at some point we are either going to flag, and they're going to keep piling into these safe havens. There's no news. There's no news that is basically anything more bank related at the moment. But obviously, last Thursday, Friday is when we had the SVB news. So I wouldn't put it past them to release something juicy on a Friday. So we will see. It's Mother's Day. I'm getting Mother's Day adverts. Look. How do they know? I suppose it's a calendar. It's not hard, is it? Still pushing gold. Tadpole, 97 watching and only 38 likes. Hit the button, guys. 53 likes now. That's awesome. Keep it going. Gold watch over 1 week time frame. And please tell your view and analysis over 1 week time frame. You're asking me to analyze something I don't trade. More selling coming in. We'll see if this stops. I don't know. I never look at a weekly chart ever in my life. I couldn't tell you. It's the same as the daily, but not split into 5 parts. My analysis is that I don't trade gold. I do trade gold. I am trading gold, but I'm not going to trade it anymore. I've had enough. Again. Do all the different tick strike instruments sound the same? No. So when you buy tick strike, it doesn't look like this. Tick strike, when you buy it, I haven't got a subscription at the moment, so I can't show you. But what you get is little boxes. Yeah, and each of the little boxes you can pick it up and you can drag it around and put it in different places. So they're floating little boxes that basically have the instrument in, and they flash red or green and make a noise, and you can adjust every single one of them. So there's a sensitivity adjustment on it so that you can adjust it for either for bigger or smaller batches of orders. So some things like the Nasdaq, you get a much faster throughput of orders on the Nasdaq than you do on the S&P. So you'd want to scale the sensitivity back because Nasdaq will flick all the time. So you need to sort of fine tune them a little bit. But you can also change the sound of them. So you can have some of them, you can have them quack, you can have them tick, you can have them thump, you can have them do all sorts of stuff. But you would only ever want to use a handful at a time because it becomes overwhelming. I only ever run 6 at a time. If you run more than 6, it drives you nuts. And it's very hard to read what's going on. But I would if you go onto YouTube and Google, YouTube tick strike. Tick strike, they're not very good with their marketing, to be honest. There you go. So that's tick strike. That's what it looks like. Yeah. So you got these little boxes, and each of them. So these are all ticking red, and it shows you how far the box is the strength. Yeah. So it gives you the strength of order flow. So you can see there's loads of ES. There's not quite as much coming into the Nasdaq. There's not quite as much coming into the Dow. But when these are all fully red, you're on it. Yeah. But if one of them goes green, like the Dow starts to go green, you'll find that these will start to reduce, which means you want to start buying these ones. So you can use it for confluence. But if they're all hitting red really hard and you look at all 3 instruments and all 3 instruments are not going down, the sellers are running out of steam, and any minute now they're just going to get run back over again. So you can use it for breakout trades. You can use it for what they call capitulation. Absorption is the main thing. I think that's what they call capitulation. Yeah, capitulation is kind of what they call absorption, which is where it just stops. Yeah, we start eating the orders up. If you want it, go and play around with it. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because it really is a futures market tool. Here come the buyers, Aussie, New Zealand. That was an ADR, I think. Aussie, New Zealand ADR. So you've got a fairly nice area coming up down here. RSI is extended on the hourly. This is a short. So, be prepared for that to come out those lows and pull back. And maybe continue short. So this is a counter trend, ADR and RSI extension. If you wanted to take it, I'm not on it at the moment. Umair, US 500 is doing the same as the Nasdaq. Yeah. So whenever you look at that, it's doing the same thing. Same thing, pretty much. I don't do analysis. I don't do any technical. This is not technical analysis on indices is utterly useless, I think. And so, these are momentum instruments. You trade momentum. Look at where they're headed and just keep going the way they're going. Follow the momentum. There's no point in doing technical analysis on stuff like this, I don't think. Do your strategies work fine on stocks too? Not really. I'm not stocks, no. I don't know, actually, to be honest. I've never tried. Go try. Tell me. Let me know. I don't do... position trading is hard on stocks because the problem with stocks is your gap. We looked at this the other day. Stocks gap. If you're in a position, if this is a stock chart and you take a position there and a position there with a view for them pushing up, and then it gaps down for ADR, you're in massive trouble. You've got all sorts of things like earnings. You've got things like we've got going on at the moment, where you have safe haven runs. They will affect all stocks at the same time. It's not a position trading instrument. I don't think. Well, not instrument. I mean, I don't know. I've never tried. David, one thing I like about the ORBEA is that it also helps me read the opening, whether it looks like a trend day or a range day. Because of that, you got in the cells. Yeah, good. Good reversal, that. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Haida Kazmi. Haida Kazmi? John, did I mishear you yesterday, or did you say that there is a 15% discount on your EAs? No, there's a 15% discount on E8. E8, prop firm. I see where you misheard, but yes, you misheard. There is a 15% discount on E8. So if you sign up for here, you will get a pop-up come up, which gives you the discount code. Where is it? Oh, okay. There is an E8. There is a 15% discount. I'm just trying to find it. It's Elevate. I'll put it in Telegram group. Hang on. Let me find it. I'll find it. I tweeted it out and I put it out on... I can't find it. It's in the Telegram group somewhere. It's Elevate. So E-L... Oh, God. Can't type. E-L-E-V-8. That will give you 15% off at E8. The prop firm. I did post it out on Facebook. You'll see it as a wacky great E8 will come past. There it is. There's my link. Use it if you want. It's an affiliate link. Just telling you now. Lots of RSI extensions hit. New Zealand dollar CAD is huge now. 175 ADR. We haven't quite triggered it. We're just about to trigger 175 ADR on that as well. Look, New Zealand CAD. That's stretched to hell. Oh no, yeah, sorry, yeah. Hourly, we're above the 80 level. So watch for the next reversal alert on that. That's got a nice big drop. New Zealand CAD. If you can get on it. Can you check orange juice on the 5-second chart, please? Got a quick scalp on the go. Can you trade orange juice? Is that actually a thing? I bet it is. There's so many commodities you can trade. Orange juice. Stock price. It's not stock, is it? Orange juice. OJ. Oh my God, it is as well. OJ. What a great... Look at the ticker. OJ. What's the price of orange juice at the moment? $240. $240? How much is that for? It's not a CME instrument, is it? No, it's not. It's not CME. I was going to look at how much do you actually get delivered if you hold a futures contract on orange juice for 3 months. Right, I'm just trying to catch up on chat. It's going too fast. First time on channel. Really like what I've seen in the past 20 minutes. Cool. Go and watch the Position Trading Bootcamp. You'll like that even more. It's 10 hours. I'll bore you to death, but it'll educate you a lot, and it's free. Thought I'd given up on gold. Yes, I had. Can we see pound US dollar? Still more selling coming in. Just going to move it down a little bit. Still more selling coming in, which obviously means US dollar's going up. New leg potentially starting. There's a lot of selling coming in. Right, this is a possible absorption area, yeah, just before we look at pound US dollar. Yeah, so you can hear all this selling. We've been hearing nothing but selling, right? So what's happened is we've sold into it. The buyers have pulled back. The bulls have tried to push lower, failed. The buyers have pushed higher. The bulls are trying to push. They haven't managed to go lower. So what we're seeing, what we're hearing at the moment, and this is why this is how tick strike helps. What we are hearing is nothing but sellers entering the market. What we are seeing is a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher high, a higher high. We get a higher high, we're proving absorption because we're hearing nothing but selling orders coming into the market and the market is moving up. That tells us the sellers are losing the battle. So now we've got an inside bar. It's the pause candle. The sellers haven't managed to make any progress. The buyers have held them at bay. So if we now get a higher high and a higher low, i.e. a green candle, that tells us that those buyers have absorbed all the selling orders. And as soon as they push up, the sellers will puke, they will turn into buyers and we'll get a push. Yeah, so that's how tick strike helps with that's what absorption trading is. Yeah, you're listening for ticks now, for upticks to beat that high. If that's the case, you will find a lot of buyers will now start entering the market and it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And all the sellers in here, like David, but he's not in here now, but if he was, he would be going, oh crap, my P&L isn't getting any bigger. Oh, it's getting smaller. I better get out. So he becomes the buyer and he drives the market higher and everybody drives the market higher. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but this is where if you're absorption trading in futures, you would be going long and you would have a stop. So if you will puke your order the same as everybody else who's trading the same absorption trade as you are at the minute. Yeah, you can never tell which way it's going to go, but that's the signal. Yeah, just sellers running out of orders, buyers buying the crap out of it, and that's what causes the correction. Wow, oil. Sorry, let's look at pound US dollar. Whizzing around, aren't we? So pound US dollars are short for me, purely because the technicals on it are short at the moment until next Wednesday when we get the new rates. But the pound US dollar is a sell. So the futures market is positioned short. Retail at the currently is shorting it. So that goes against us, but the fundamentals are short. So you want to be looking for short opportunities. Here come the buyers. Yeah. So you want to be looking for short opportunities on the US pound US dollar. So we've made a new low. Yeah. And now we're basically climbing up and we're looking for that kind of price action to come back down into here. Yeah. So looking for any kind of signs of reversal to get in as a short. We're extended on the hourly this morning. So you would have taken an M5 reversal alert this morning, which would have been there. So that would have been your first reversal alert short. Mind you, that's in Asia. If you're trading London, you wouldn't have taken that. You wouldn't have been awake. So depending on when you were trading, you had a reversal alert there. So that would have been your entry short. and we're pulling back. So you could take that short there. Oil. Okay, right. So oil is right where we want it. Do I dare have another go? I'm taking gold off my chart. 1 second. I'm just going to remove it from my prop account completely. Delete. You are gone. Gold. I am never talking to you ever again, not even in prop. Oil, however, I will talk to you. Oh, crap. Tight do I want that? Right. So I'm putting a stop under the low here. So I'm looking to take this reversal alert long. So I'm going to take next reversal alert long and go on oil. If we get it, if we don't get it, obviously I'm not getting in, which is 66, basically $67 a barrel. 66, 67. Christ, where's that? All the way up there. Wow. So I'm looking at an hourly chart. It is as well. Yeah, so $67 a barrel. That's where I'm going to get in. Up there. If, however, before it gets that reversal alert, it has broken this low, I'm going to leave it because this could still come down, which means this will probably still come down and obviously gold will still fly. So I'm just trying to get a decent mean reversion on at the minute. And obviously we need the indices to calm down a little bit. So I will invalidate below and I just won't take the trade. Okay, target will be higher the day, and then second target is back up at this hourly propulsion gap. So that would be my first target, which is roughly 1.3R or something on that stop. 1.5. And then second target is this low, which is my original target from the trade that I took out of here, which didn't work. So I like that still at the moment, but if it invalidates that low, I'm not really interested. Ever run market reversal CA on the DAX? No, I haven't. I've never position traded indices. I haven't. I just position trade Forex. I mean, technically, I guess it would probably work if you look at something like the DAX. I mean, so short, long, short, possibly long, long, short, scaling out. All right, so this is the problem. This is obviously SVB. So this is an anomaly. This is like a COVID, isn't it? So regardless of what you're trading, what you're doing, this is nothing's going to work, is it, here at all? So you would be in from there with an initial position at 200 ADR. Half an ADR is 154. So you'd be in there. 154 somewhere. So you wouldn't have got a second entry there because it didn't give you an entry till there. So you'd have had a second entry there and you'd have been out there. So yes, it would have worked. So 1, 2, but that's only a break even. So your third entry from there would be, you wouldn't have got another entry till down here. So you would basically be in a position there, there, and there. We pushed up to here. So the average of those three positions is going to be there if you're using the same lot size. if you're using incremental 1.3 lot multipliers, that is probably around about 2% profit. So yes, it would work even in that squeeze. So there you go, works on indices. I've never done it, but basically the position trading works on any instrument that moves. Yeah, if something moves with market structure, yeah, if it moves up and down in waves, i.e. the banks manipulate it and profit take on it, then it works on anything. This is not manipulated in the same way as Forex, but it has market structure in the same way as Forex does. But the moves on it, look at the moves on it compared to an FX pair. It's as we can see, this is a big move. But on a normal day, yeah, we can get these huge swings, don't we? I have another strategy that works on the S&P that I trade, basically, but I only trade it in a bull market. So in a bull market, which is what the S&P normally is, a bull market, you know, we're not in a bear market very often. Something's going wrong if we're in a bear market, yeah, which is what's going wrong at the minute. So in a bull market, I basically trade the ribbon, which is pretty much what Warren Buffett does, yeah? So I just buy the pullbacks and I scale in. I don't use a stop loss, same way as Larry Williams does, yeah? All the big traders that make absolute killing in the market, this is what they do. They buy pullbacks and they use a very, very fast RSI, usually a 2 or a 4, yeah? And all they do in a bull market is they buy the pullbacks on the RSI, yeah? No stop losses involved. Yeah, you're entering a position, you're scaling in, you're dollar averaging into a bull rally. And the bull rally will last pretty much all year. You never know when you're going to get something hideous happen. And that's when people tend to lose a lot of money. So you've got to have your wits about you. But that's basically how you run a pension fund. What are they doing? Position trading. What do all the banks do? Exactly the same thing, just in a slightly different way. So there you go. So there's that absorption playing out at the minute. So from the inside bar, we've put in an outside bar. From the outside bar, we've put in a higher high and a higher low. Now we're putting in a higher high, sorry, a higher low, and looking like we're putting in a higher high. So all that selling we heard with no progress meant that the buyers were stepping in with iceberg orders down here going, we don't want you to go any further. We've had enough. Now the sellers are going, yep, no problem. We'll get out of our shorts because we've made a killing. We'll become buyers alongside you and push. Which forms market structure. That's how the market works. Lee says he will give up on gold, but it's like that little tick on your back. You just have to scratch it. Yes, it is. And every time I scratch it, it bleeds. Hate it. I'm trading it on this. I've got two prop accounts running at the moment. One of them that is on pause, yeah, because I've built it up to where I want to withdraw it, and this one is now sitting in $2,500 of drawdown. $1,500 of that is gold and oil. The two instruments I do not trade. Yeah, what was I talking about this morning? Exactly that. Yeah, if you look on your analysis and you look on your P&L, you do an analysis of your trades and you find it ain't working. Yeah, get this out. Sorry. Yeah, so if you get this out and stick it in something like Quant Analyzer and look at it. Loading. Yeah, so you look at your P&L. Yeah, and you go, oh, that's nice. Very nice. Lovely. And you look down this and you go, Christ, didn't do well on CAD Swiss, did I? Oh, didn't do well on Aussie Swiss, did I? And you look down it and you go, don't seem to be doing very well on the Swiss. If you see that happen 3 months in a row, what do you need to do? Stop trading the Swiss franc. What will happen? Your P&L will go through the roof. Yeah, and that's how I identified that gold was not my friend, because every time I looked at my P&L and did analysis on the month, gold was the thing that was doing that. So you remove that and it adds much more momentum to your upside. Yeah. So, you know, what would this 7,445 look like without Swiss franc at the moment? 5 grand more. Yeah. So you just need to identify what's not working in your P&L, in your portfolio, and all of a sudden you become profitable. Yeah. So when I say, and I don't trade it at all on position trading, and the same thing as oil, I said it this morning, I said, oil's killing me. So what have I done this afternoon? Dropped a grand on oil. Yeah. Because it looks good. I'm trying to catch a falling knife. And this is what we do when we make mistakes. We try to get in, you know, oh, it's coming up at some point. No, it's not. The market's collapsing. But right now it looks like it is, doesn't it? But look how far it's got to go. It's got a long, you know, to get a reverse alert on this is hard work at the minute. When it does, though, we'll probably find it'll pop fast. Oil does that, doesn't it? You look at oil, when it wants to go, it makes moves quickly. At the moment, you can't see any because we're in a big bear run. But, you know, when it wants to go, yeah, for 2 hours, it'll, well, whatever, it will fly. We get these big 2-hour candles. A 2-hour move like that on oil is enough to make me everything back that I've lost today, plus $2,000. It's just trying to catch it. And this is why you take trades at logical areas and you don't try and catch it in the middle of moves, which is exactly what I've done today, and I've paid for it. And as soon as you identify that, that's fine. Yes, orange juice futures are tradable. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Who'd have thunk it? I've never looked into it in futures. My futures exposure goes no further than indices and the odd stock. I've never looked into any commodity trading whatsoever, ever. What are the requirements for passing E8 on the day? Luck. Basically, I passed on the day. I passed E8 on the day. I posted it in the Telegram group. I haven't got any live E8 accounts at the moment. I blew one, so I'm flat on E8 at the minute. I really don't use E8 much. I only use it for emergencies, really. But E8 is exactly the same as my Forex funds with regards to passing criteria. The only difference is obviously it's the same day pass, right? So here we go. There you go. Elevate. I knew that popped up at some point. I couldn't remember where it was. Got 5 days to go. That link I've just posted. Go and click it. It's an affiliate link. I think I earn about £3 if you sign up. Woohoo! So yeah, 50s and 100s. So basically, I passed with the DAX in the morning, I passed with the Nasdaq in the afternoon, and I took the funded account in the evening and then started trading it the next day. Thanks for the follow, Kyle. Welcome aboard. So yeah, same thing. It's 8%, 5%. Instead of, actually, it's not the same thing, is it? Because it's 8 and 5, it's 8 and 4 on my Forex funds. And then obviously you fund it. And then you get that money back on your first payout, which is 8 days after you get funded. But 8% is a lucky trade, isn't it? Oh, there's a lot of selling coming in. There's no buyers in the market, is there? No buyers. I'm struggling today. Be careful if you're thinking about it. So yeah, so luck is how you pass in a day. You need to get, this is how you pass. You use the opening range breakout EA, and you get one of these moves, but you get it from the open. Yeah, that is enough to pass an evaluation on E8. Short it with 1%. Done. Next trade, long it with 1%. Done. Funded. It's that easy. But you've got to be lucky. Yeah, because every time you hit the button, right, is this going long or short now? Is this a bear flag? Or is this the sellers getting absorbed by an iceberg and about to get run over? We don't know. So you get in with a stop and you either get the trade direction right or wrong from the point that you enter the market, and that determines whether you pass or fail. It's as simple as that. You've got no way of predicting which way this is going right now. I would say short at the moment, obviously, because of this massive, big, huge black line we've got coming down the chart. But, you know, where'd you put your stop loss? There. So there's your risk. Are you going to get an 8-to-1 move out the lows this afternoon? Probably not. So you could do is get in with 2% risk and you only need a 4-to-1 move. Or you could get in with 4% risk and get a 2-to-1 move. Yeah. People are passing EA in minutes. Yeah. If I put the, you know, open up the Nasdaq now, put the Price Action Toolkit on there, wherever it is. Yeah. Put 5% in with that's a daily chart. Let's not trade the daily chart, eh? Yeah. 660, 660, 12 or 30, let's go 1300 to be safe, right? With 5% risk. If I hit the sell button right now and my stop goes up there, if I get a 1-to-1 short, I've passed an evaluation. What I'm actually risking is $588 on that one trade, aren't I? Of my own money. If I took a 50K account, I'm risking $338 on that trade. If I took a 25, I'm risking $228. Yeah. So that's how a lot of people look at it, and why you see all these people in the back ends getting these passes within 2 or 3 minutes. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Hit sell, stop above the high. Let's simulate it. Yeah. I'm not going to take it on this account because it will ruin my stats, but $682. So I need a 682 move to the downside. There, just above the break-even button. Yeah. If that happens now, that's a pass. See if we get it. Piece of piss, isn't it, really? But does that make you a good trader? No, it makes you a gambler. But when you get that account, you drop your risk to 0.5%, all of a sudden you're drawing 3 or 4K very easily, aren't you? If you trade it properly and don't trade it like that, because that's just gambling. But hey, we go into casinos and do it. What's the difference? I think you can maybe trade orange juice and lean hogs. Yeah, I know lean hogs. I know about lean hogs because there's a very famous story of a trader who traded futures, got run over by I don't know, a car or a bus or whatever, and his wife got those hogs delivered because a futures contract is an honor. I've told this in here before. But yeah, I know about the old lean hogs. And also lean hogs is something that is in Mark Douglas's book, Trading in the Zone. His mentor, Mark Douglas's mentor, used to be a very big lean hog trader. And Mark Douglas cut his teeth on lean hogs. Not literally, but obviously he traded lean hogs. I've been using the market reverse alerts EA to trade commodities like wheat, corn, soybeans, and wheatgrass with success. Have you? What are you using that on? Is that on? That must be on MT5 with AMP futures, is it, Tim? Because you can't trade futures on MT4 because the instruments aren't available. Mind you, some of them might be actually. I suppose it depends on your broker. Can't trade those. Equities, stocks, crypto. Yeah, I haven't got any on Robo. There you go. So this isn't looking good. But, you know, this is what I was saying yesterday, yeah? You take 5 evaluations and you do this 5 times. The chances of you passing one, right, your odds are 50-50 of this trade working, aren't they? Right? You take 5 evaluations, you'll get one of them over the line. Yeah. So if you spend $338 5 times, I can't do this. 338 times 5. My fingers aren't working. It's $1,690. So if you spent $2,000, basically, you're likely to get a funded account of $100,000 or $50,000 or whatever those 338s are. I think they're the 50s, aren't they? Just by gambling. And then actually take it properly and serious when you get the thing. Otherwise, you're obviously going to blow it. Got to run lunchtime. Lunch date. Ooh, Brian. I will see you on Monday then. I see green beer in my futures contract. See you on Monday. How many minute-hour candles do you use for pound US dollar analysis? Whatever you want to, Damilola. Your multi-time frame analysis is entirely up to you. So for me, I use H4 for my high time frame analysis, and I trade on M15, or I use the hourly charts and I trade on the M15 charts. It's all covered in the position trading bootcamp. Higher time frame analysis or multi-time frame analysis is an entire day of multi-time frame analysis and elastic band theory. Yeah, so this teaches you all about multi-time frame analysis. There you go. That one there. Oh no, where's that gone? There. Yeah. And elastic band theory. Ping. Ping. All in the boot camp. This isn't working. I'd be very annoyed if I don't get this over the line. This is fictitious trade. Frozen orange juice contracts in the film Trading Places. Oh, that is it. Yeah, you are right. Yes, of course it is. That's a very old film. Nasdaq drop. Yep, it is. Could you take out an EA and my Forex funds account at the same time, go opposite positions, and be guaranteed you would pass one? No, you can't. So if you think about what you're saying, right? What could happen is price could move and take out your stop loss here without hitting your TP on the other one, and then move back and take out your stop loss on the other one as well. You would have to take exactly the same trade at exactly the same time and kind of slightly offset them. But even then, there is a risk. But in theory, yes, you could. And people do that. But what you've got to do is you've got to be lucky twice if you think about it. So on your, because it's a two-phase evaluation. On your first one, yeah, let's say you win this account and you lose the other one. You've now only got one account. So this next 50-50 trade has got to be right too. So you've got to be right twice in a row on one account. One of them, obviously, it doesn't matter because the chances are very high if you're going to trade in both directions, you might get one of them over the line. But the second one, you've got to get right. So the danger is you lose 3 evaluations because you lose 2 evaluations because you fail the second stage, and then you've got to do another one. Or another, no, 2, isn't it? So you have to take 4 evaluations instead of just 1. So there is an opportunity. I'm using MT4, but I managed to find a broker with some commodities. I opened a demo with FXCM. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never used position trading or the market reversal alerts on commodities at all. So it's good to know that it works on that as well. I forgot your question from 404. Sorry, Derp, you're going to have to... do your strategies work fine on stocks too? Is that the question? I answered that. If that was the question. I don't get times on my chat. I can't see times on the chat. And 4:04 for me hasn't actually happened yet. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon, so I can't really tell when your question was. But if your question was about stocks, I answered that one. I have no idea. I don't trade them. I don't trade stocks, so I can't tell you whether they work. But what I did say was, if you remember, stocks gap. So they're dangerous for position trading. And my strategies are position trading based. Oh, this isn't working, is it? I'm keen to see this play out now this afternoon. So yeah, James, to answer your question, yes, you can. Damocles, Dogecoin to explode March 21st. Yeah, right. Dogecoin to collapse. Somebody is trying to run a pump and dump. And they will fail. You're in the wrong room if you want to try and pump and dump, Damocles. There's nobody in here that trades that crap. So let's just watch that and see if that actually plays out. So this is a good, it's a good test, isn't it? Yeah. This is how you pass prop in one trade or fail it. But if we'd have taken a long on my Forex funds with exactly the same trade, we would be passing, wouldn't we? Hopefully. See, the danger is it just comes up there, it nicks your stop loss and then drops. You've got to take it in the right place, I think, if you're going to take a trade like that. You've got to not take it at a low or a high, yeah, that is going to turn into support and resistance. You need to wait till it's gone down somewhere to there, because when you take it there, there's much more chance of it moving beyond the support and resistance, beyond an equal level. I think you just got to be, I think you'd have to be just clever where you took your trade, wouldn't you? I think. I've never tried it. I've heard there's loads of people in Telegram groups and Discord channels. I know, they go on about how to con the market, but they won't ever make it as traders. It's like what you've just said, is a like, I liken it to all these we will pass your prop firm challenges for you, EAs that you can buy. So you can spend $1,000 on an EA and it guarantees to pass you a prop firm, and it will, no problem. However, what you're going to do when you get the prop account, yeah, you can't trade, can you? If you can't pass a prop account, you can't trade. What's the point of having a prop account if you can't trade? Because all you're going to do is blow the account. So if you cheat by getting over the line doing that, what are you going to do when you get it? Fail. You've got to pass it using a strategy that you can replicate. And that has a bit of luck. But, if you got a strategy, I've said this before, if you've got a strategy with a 50% strike rate and you take 10 trades, 5 of them are going to be losses. Yeah. If all 5 of the winners come at once, you're going to make a fortune. If all 5 of the losers come at once, you're going to blow the account. Yeah. It's luck. Look at me today. I've had nothing. I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades today, all losers. I've taken a Euro Swiss, an Aussie, yen. I've taken 2 oils and a gold, all losers, every single one of them. Yeah. 2 days ago, I took 7 trades, 100% strike rate, banked 5 grand. It's nothing to do with me. It's luck. The markets will move when the markets move. The trades I take are all the good trades. They're all good entries. They're all support resistance based. They're market reversal alert based. There's nothing wrong with my entries. It's just unlucky. I have 5 in a trot. You can't do anything about that. It's just life. That's it. I'm short gold from 1961.4. Is it? I'm excited. It is. It's a reversal alert. Okay. Right. So I'm not going to short that. I will short the retest of it. So when the next candle that breaks that low, you will get an arrow. I will take the retest alert on that gold. I'm getting in. I'm going to regret this with every bone in my being. I'm going to do it though, just because I'm 2.5. Well, yeah, I'm 2 grand down. What am I down? 2.4 down. Jesus, 2.4. No, I've got to be careful. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. That you watch. That is going to be the one today. That gold. That's going to be the one that comes down hard. At the moment, though, from the selling that I'm hearing coming in, I'll be watching that high. If I could jump on Elon Musk pumping tweet, I totally would. It's free money at that point. Yeah. This is why he's got so many followers. You know, people think he's going to pump the stock market at any time. It's just you don't know what words of his are going to pump the stock market. Basically, every time he sends out a tweet, just buy Tesla. But then he's going to send out a tweet that's going to be negative, like we're not taking Bitcoin for Tesla anymore, and Bitcoin crashes. Do I care about round numbers? Yeah. I don't pay too much attention. I haven't got a strategy that's based around round numbers, but the price does react at round numbers. Yeah. So this, you know, yeah, that's a round number. That's important. I would guarantee with 95% accuracy that will do that. How far? It could be like that. It could be like that. It could be just that. But it will react there because there's limit orders there, because the market will have limit orders in place ready to trade that short, because everybody trades them. Everybody trades round numbers, so we always get a reaction. The strength of reaction depends on how quickly we accelerate towards the round number. So they do work a lot of the time. I've just thrown money away on gold. Yeah, be careful. It's, you know, this is a safe haven run, so it literally could go on all day. Hey, look, I'm not far away from passing prop. Be good fun to do that, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want to do it on here. What I would probably want to do it on is my Forex funds. You can't do it on Forex funds, though. That's the trouble, because my Forex funds, you've got a 5-day minimum, so you can't pass in one day. But I'd do it on, like, you know, just buy 10 of those and just see how many we can get over the line with 50-50 shots. Be quite a good fun thing to do, wouldn't it? Spend $500 and just see how many 5K accounts we can get. I've just thrown in when you want gold. Yeah, gold should drop from 1970. Why should it drop from 1970? What is specific about 1970 apart from the fact it's 175 ADR pretty much to the pip? There's nothing at 1970 apart from a propulsion gap fill from April 2022, which is just not in play anymore. There's nothing there. I don't think it'll get there. It's half an ADR, 147. You've got more chance of that dropping from 1976, which is half an ADR above the daily high. So if we move half an ADR above the daily high, we'll probably get exhausted and drop back down. Just because it does it a lot. 1970 was previous resistance, not on my chart. I haven't got any resistance on 1970. There is no previous resistance. Next resistance is there. Or if you want to use bodies, it's there. There's nothing at 1970 at all. You got old resistance, which is invalid. That's that, yeah, but it's invalidated, isn't it? We're above the current resistance already, so I can't see anything that would really react there. It might do, yeah. It can turn anyway, can't it? Really, but oh, come on. Let's get a hit. It'd be lovely to get a fake proper valuation over the line, wouldn't it? Right, oil is out the lows. I'm not trading oil, so I'm not going to take this long. anymore. So the reversal alert, I'm not in it anymore, cancelling that off. We've broken this low, it's too dangerous. So Aussie dollar yen has hit ADR. Right. So I was just looking to see how I trade on it. Yeah, so we've broken the lows now. So that previous break that we had, that we were like, wow, if it breaks that, we're in trouble. We're now down to $65 a barrel. So you've got this whole area down here, really, which is kind of your next stopping point, which is basically $60 a barrel. So, I mean, where's this going to stop? 200 ADR could do that today, couldn't it? Did it the other day? We'll see. Don't like the look of that at all. I'm short gold from 1930 because I didn't listen to you. It might still come down. It might come down. Yeah, until this invalidates, this is perfect. This is an absolutely perfect M-shaped reversal until it invalidates that high. Yeah, so you're going to get a retest arrow potentially on this. As soon as this breaks down below that low, you're going to get the retest arrow signal short, M pattern reversal, off. As soon as the market sees it happening, the market will enter and the market will make it happen. The big guys are watching the same levels, the same thing. Going to sell gold on this 15-minute candle close. If it turns into a doji, it hasn't. It's bullish. Okay, got some bulls coming in, so that will help it down. It's a lot of buying suddenly. No news. Oil is very creepy. Yeah, oil is annoying at the moment. What else does Financial Juice does seem very helpful? So Financial Juice basically is just a news feed website. So you got all the news coming up. So you can keep track of all the important news events that are going to drive the market, because obviously news is what makes the market move. You get a news feed basically, which tells you all the important news and other news that is released that will affect the market. So SVB, we heard about it here. Yeah. When the market moves dramatically, so you suddenly get a spike in the market and there's no news releases, you come here and this tells you why that's happened. And then you can decide whether or not you want to jump on that action or whether not. So it's imperative. I live basically by this and this. And if you don't use this and this in Forex trading or in any type of trading, you can't trade because you're literally trading blind, because this is what makes the market move. Forget technicals and candlestick patterns and all that sort of crap. It isn't crap, it's useful. You know, I'm a market structure trader. I trade market structure patterns, but market structure patterns are created by news events. So you've got to know what's going on in the news and the fundamentals. You need to know what's driving the market, why the market's moving, in what direction, and where you're expecting it to go. So, and obviously it's good for tick strike for futures, and it's fun to listen to. And then you've got obviously the news feed. So this guy sits here all day, falling asleep, and this morning it sounds like he's been out last night, but he basically reads out the news to you, so you don't have to. Very, very good. You can go pro, which means you don't get a delay on the news. The delay on the news is 10 seconds. So I'm not the sort of trader that presses the button on the news event. I'm the sort of trader that watches the news event and then presses the button after the news event. So I don't care if it's delayed. I'm interested in why has that happened, not how can I benefit from it? Because it's very difficult to make money news trading, very difficult. Virtually impossible. It's just a gamble. Okay, here comes the retest on gold. I am so unbelievably tempted to hit the gold button, but I'm not going to. And the fact that I'm not going to is exactly why it's going to work, guys. So fancy jumping on gold? Feel free. I think my next gold entry on the AMRA will be too close. Oil getting close to 50 Fibo on the weekly time frame. I don't look at weeklies, but again, Fibonacci, you know, these moves, you have to understand, these moves have nothing to do with any technical analysis at all. Fibonacci is completely useless when we have failures in banks that are causing market runs. Yeah, fibs don't mean anything when something is going really wrong in economics. Everything technical. Support levels. Yeah, look at the support level on. We've been trading the support level on oil, and it was absolutely, you know, we didn't even test it. We didn't test it. We just went through it like as if it didn't exist. There was limit orders here that triggered, and they just got completely run over. Why? Because the banks are going bust. So it doesn't mean anything. Fibonacci is relevant. Yeah, look at the pullback on this. 38 retracement on fib minimum. Not interested. Nowhere near. Don't use technicals at the minute. Technicals are totally irrelevant. You follow the market flow where the market's going, and the market is going short at the minute. Try and get in short. If you're going to mean revert it, be prepared to be run over. Because it's just wild. Okay, so that's him. That'll come up on there in a minute. What he was just saying, that'll come up on the news feed. Probably not read. Gold might be moving down now, hopefully, yes. I think you missed my question from earlier. Do all tick strike bulls and bears clicks sound the same across different indices, different vehicles? No, I did answer that question. Why are people missing my questions? I even showed on the screen. Look, I went to. I'm getting deja vu. I've just done this. Yeah, I went to this video, right, and I scrolled through it to here, and I said, "Did you see this? I did this. I've done this already." I said, "These are the tick strike boxes. Yeah, this shows you the strength of the ticks and gives you a gauge as to how powerful they are. When the Dow goes green and these are red, you should start buying them. And you can adjust each of them with this little cog, and you can give them different voices. So you could call one a frog, and it'll ribbit, and one of them will be a thud. And you can change the sound on them. There's multiple sounds you can have, but you'd only ever run 6 or 7. Otherwise, you will hear a cacophony of noise, and you won't be able to understand anything. So I leave everything the same. What I'm listening for is strength. So if this thing makes a noise at the same time as that and that, it gets loud. If you've got loud selling, you sell. If you've got this guy buying and these guys selling, there's confusion in the market. Yeah. I've done this. I promise. I have answered these questions. I don't know whether my voice is cut out or something, but I have answered these questions. Maybe the stream's dropping out. Let me check my stream quality. Yeah, no, 0.1% dropped frames. That's not long enough to miss a question. Does it cost money? Yeah, it's $99 if you want to go and get it. There's a 7-day trial of it. But you, and again, I've done this already. I've already said this. You might not have been here. But the 7-day trial of it, but obviously you get charged after the 7 days. So up to you. But yeah, it's really good, you know, if you want to use it. But it's really useful for futures trading. It's not much use in CFDs. It is useful in CFDs, but You don't need anything more than the S&P really to know what's going on in the CFDs. Yeah. So I remember you covering it now. Yeah. I knew I wasn't going mad. I know what happened as it happened again. Nirav happened and I didn't turn him off. Nirav. You got hypnotized by Nirav. How long is his video? Must be a long one. Anyway, we're not doing much trading this afternoon, are we? It's one of those afternoons. You're either on it, brilliant, you've missed it, or you've got run over. It's not an afternoon really for any speculative trading. How's my trade going? See, look, here comes some baddies. We'll see if that works out. I'll post in the Telegram. I'll post how this went in the Telegram group. Yeah. So that is a stop. I know that is a fail. That is a pass. So I'll post in the Telegram group the results of this trade when it's finished. And we'll see whether or not we've passed our E8 stage 1 in one session. In theory, you could do this obviously twice in a session. Yeah. 2 trades, 100% strike rate, tick, done. That's what I do. This is exactly what I do. I don't do this. I don't do one trade. I take 1% risks. When I need an E8 account fast, I take 1% risks. And what I do is I scale in. So what I would do in this particular case, I wouldn't have actually traded this because I might have taken something there, maybe on a break of the initial opening range cash balance. I might have taken a short there. But what I do is as soon as it gets moved in my way, I enter a second position, which brings my average into here. And then if it continues to move, I will break even average, wait for a pullback, and then enter a third position. And if that third position pushes down, that's about all I need to get an 8%. And I've passed. So I take 3% risk, scaling in and pass. That's exactly how I passed my E8 in a day. Luck. Yeah, I got on a bull run and the bull run went for half an ADR twice. I got the DAX in the morning. I got the Nasdaq in the afternoon. But the other way to do it is exactly what we're doing here is a 5% risk. And you just hit the button. Yeah. You literally, the best thing to do is come over to Google and go like this. Heads is long. Tails, short. So you go over to your EA account. You hit the sell button with 5%. And you don't need a stop loss because it will stop you out if you go or beyond. But you just hit the sell button. 5% risk. Done. Actually, you do need a stop loss because you've got to put a 5% risk on. You've got to calculate a stop. So you need to have a stop in the market. But imagine when I got in here, yeah, on that entry, if I'd have used a tinier stop, I'd have passed, wouldn't I? If I'd used a stop there, I probably would have passed there. This is what people are doing. You know, they're literally going in and putting a 10 tick stop or a 10-point stop on an index and a 10-point TP on an index, 5%, pop, in, out, done. Thank you, 100K. But don't try and do that when you get the funded account, for God's sake. You're super, super ballsy. All of the above on it. Run over and not on it. Yeah, run over and not on it. All of the above. I've been both today. I'm not on it and I've been run over. I'm not on this. I am on this, not on that account. I am on this. In fact, I still am on this. Yeah, I'm well on this. So I'm still on this. But with a very, very low, I've got a very high, this is a 1-to-1 at the moment. So it's not profitable because I lost on the long breakout. So it's going to be a small loss or a break even really. But everything else I've been run over on this afternoon. I'm sitting in $400 profit now open though. I'm on Euro New Zealand as a buy. And I'm on Pound CAD as a sell. So Euro New Zealand I'm short. I'm long. Oh, well, there you go. You can see. I'm long on Pound New Zealand. Sorry, on Euro New Zealand, and I'm short on Pound CAD. from 167 to 36. There. Yeah. That's my entry. So we entered into there and I've basically got in as soon as we broke back out. Stop loss is above there. And obviously there's my position trade that I've got on it as well. So there's my average on the position trade as well. So looking for that at some point soon. We're just waiting for the CAD to power up and we're waiting for the pound to weaken, but it's not happening at the minute, is it? Well, it is happening now, right now. So if all of the trades I've got on, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. Where's also US? 5. So I've got 5 trades on at the moment. If these all pan out, the $2,400 loss I have will turn into £3,750, £1,250 profit, which would be very nice. That'll do me for a Friday. Either that, or it's going to go really, really bad. Great filibuster, great filibuster. Really difficult to read that. My eyes are screwed at the moment. I'm on some narcotics, not narcotics as in nasty ones. I'm on prescription drugs for my trapped nerve. They give me blurry vision. Took a couple of position trades against the CAD. I went long Euro CAD and short CAD Swiss. I left a trailing stop while I was asleep, still in both positions. So your Euro CAD long. Some more RSI just coming in. Nice, very nice. So that's that H1 RSI extension here, yeah? There you go, look, I'm out already. There's my trade, pop. I'm already out of that one. Well held, I'm not. I don't hold it that long. I'm in and out, banking it in my pocket. That's good. And CAD Swiss, I guess you're in on that one, which I'm also out of. Look at the state of that. That hurt. Out of it, but loss. Big loss. Well, not big loss, actually. I'll tell you what the loss was. CAD Swiss. The loss on the CAD Swiss was $2,793. So yeah, big loss. That's that trade there, look. CAD Swiss. That one I looked at there, look. Remember when we were looking at doing analysis? Yeah, so Aussie dollar Swiss got me for 2.5 grand. CAD Swiss got me for 2.5 grand. Nothing I could do about them. Squeezed to death. Scaled out of a lot of loss and eventually got out the position on that pullback for $500. So overall loss. I'll get it back. Well, I don't need to get it back, do I? I've got it back. Okay, balls are coming in. This is good news. If you are on gold, this is good news. It's coming down. If you are on oil, it's good news. It's going up. Holy crap. I didn't take it. What did we say? I'm not on it. You get on it. It'll work. You cow. You absolute cow. So M pattern reversal, you're just this candlestick here on gold is going to be your reverse alert. So the little arrow is going to pop up there in a minute when that breaks that low. So that is your M pattern short signal. If you're taking reversal retests, there's your targets down here. ADR. So it looks like we're going to stop out, doesn't it? I like playing games without money. Gold down from now. Potentially, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Umir. I have no clue. No one knows which way the market's going, but the sellers are starting to rally. So, yeah, potentially. Nobody knows which way it's going. Thank you for not getting on oil. That's right. I'll stay out of it. It's not a problem. I am staying out of oil and gold. So fill your boots, guys. Promise I won't press the button on it. Guaranteed to work. Oh, here comes some sellers. Just as I said that. Positive vendor, no gold. Positive vendor, no gold. Sorry, Philippe, I don't speak whatever that is. I wouldn't be surprised if they just hold up that level for today. What, on oil? On gold, yeah. There is a possibility. So ADRs, yeah. These statistics that you see on the ADR indicator, these do not mean the chances of it coming down are 23%. The chances of it coming down from here are 6%. It means the chances of it not exceeding that level are 6%. Therefore, one of two things can happen. It can hit 6% and do that, or it can hit 6% and do that. Does not mean it's coming back, yeah? So there is every chance that they may well hold gold in a range until Monday. And then obviously we'll see. There's a lot of ticks coming in though. I'm hearing a lot of buying. So yeah, it's looking pretty good at the moment, isn't it? We've got 1 minute left. Let's watch the reversal arrow come in there. If this lot all drops, all my other trades are going to play out as well. So I'm kind of on gold in effect in other instruments because I'm playing mean reversions on the yen. So I'm on CAD yen as a buy, and I'm on CAD Swiss as a sell. So those are the I'm on Aussie yen, sorry, as a buy, and CAD yen as a buy as well. So those are the opposites of obviously what gold will do. Possible to sell on gold. It's possible to sell on anything. To vend is to sell. Yeah, I kind of got that. I didn't know what possivel was though. Possible to sell on gold, yeah. That's kind of how I interpreted it. There we go. So there's your retest arrow. Not very pretty, is it? Let me scroll out so you can actually see the thing. You can't, but the arrow's there. I can't click on it because it's not clickable. Why is that so close? Okay. So there's your retest arrow. So that is your end pattern complete. That's one scenario. That's the other one. See how it happens. See what happens. That was the question. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good looking sell. Still a good looking sell. Oil's a good looking buy as well, but you know, don't get trapped. So there's the reversal alert. That's the reversal alert we were looking for entry. You're hearing some sellers coming in now. Every time you hear sellers coming in, oil's going to go down. Every time you hear sellers coming in, oil, gold is going to go up. So, but obviously what we don't want to hear is sustained selling. We want to hear intermittent selling followed by buying, which is stronger. So if the buyer's candles, i.e. the down candles, in this case on gold, are bigger, because buying is basically US dollar based, that's fine. But, you know, as John said, Jonathan has said, that could happen. And if that happens, just get out end of day and go right on to the next one on Monday. You can always relook at everything on Monday. Everyone piling on the shorts now, but they'll hold to keep people in position over the weekend. Gap up on Sydney and then shaft everyone who's short. Well, what they'll do is the brokers will just spread. The spread will be enough. End of night spread will be enough to take anybody out that's got a stop loss there. But we'll see. It's lunchtime in New York. We've got the whole afternoon session to go. The afternoon session will either be busy or it won't. I suspect it probably will be busy this afternoon because of what's going on in the market at the moment. You know, they're not in a situation where they can relax and just let stuff run. They've got to manage a lot of stuff, a lot of trades at the moment. Look at this E8 stop out. Dirty E8 stop out. By the way, what we're talking about here is completely illegal on all prop firms. not illegal, but against their rules. Yeah. If you do this on the same prop firm, i.e. you take 2 evaluations from my Forex funds and go long one, short one, they will cancel both off and they won't give you a refund. It's against terms and conditions. So if you want to play this game, you have to go E8 one way, my Forex funds the other, and hopefully they won't talk to each other, which they won't because they're competitors. We never know, they might do. But yeah, any type of arbitrage trading is, or gaming the system is not allowed. The ideal thing. Thanks for joining, Pascal. That's my favorite name at the moment, Pascal, because I'm a massive Last of Us fan. And obviously, Pedro Pascal is playing Joel. So I'm all about the Pascals at the moment. Yeah, if you could imagine if you got both of those over the line as well, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Somehow. You're not going to get both over the line, but... right, I'm going to leave it there. This is going to stop out. I'm pretty sure this is going to stop out. I've got a feeling we're going to get a sell-off. I've just got a feeling we're going to not... I think what we're going to do is just return to the open, which is here. I've got a feeling we might return to open today and put in a bit of a doji. So, oh, hold on. I've got a feeling that we might be back here, and in which case this is going to be a stop out, isn't it? So it's almost stopping out now. A lot of buyers. Kark got that break of the lower high on the NAS. Could see further upside now. Yeah, if you're looking at it on a higher time frame, we didn't get any movement there. We got an inside bar on gold. Oil, we got an outside bar, still bullish. Yeah, if you're looking at it on a higher time frame, technical, yeah. We're tapping into that. This is the propulsion gap. This is the important one. This one here, down at ADR, because this is the break of structure. This is the accumulation break. These are the most headed for, if you like, propulsion gaps. These are continuations, so these aren't as important. But this is all buying, so there are buyers constantly buying here. So when the sellers come and test that, the buyers who want the market to go long will be adding into their positions to drive it higher. So there is a good chance we may well see a new high of day. It's going to have to be a hell of a rally, though, isn't it, from here? Judging by the speed of this movement, I got a feeling there's probably quite a lot of sellers in the way of this at the moment. So we'll see. I think it'll be quite hard to put a bull candle in. Remember I said, you know, this is a 3-day rally pullback. We see this all the time. 3 days, pullback, 3-day pullback, 3-day pullback, 3-day pullback. It's very, very common in indices. So downside is still a definite possibility from here. If we break that high and that low there, I think it's got a very good chance. But it's also got a chance of sitting. So Friday afternoons are always, you know, I don't trade Friday afternoons very much. It's not much point. Quite often goes slow. You get an end of day sell-off as well on a Friday afternoon. You get a big move on a Friday afternoon, and it's usually in the last hour where they just basically are dumping all their positions that are profitable, and you just find you get a flurry on the indices. Really nice big candle in the last hour or two. They're just basically, what have I got? You know, so what they're doing is looking at their P&Ls. So they're looking at the P&L going, right, this is all realized gain. This is all floating, potentially floating loss. That's the way you look at it. This is a floating loss. So at the moment, this $110 profit is a floating loss because at the moment it is unrealized profit. That is unrealized profit. That's unrealized profit. So what the institutions do on a Friday afternoon is they bank all unrealized profit to become profitable. And then they'll deal with that later because you can always add that back on. Yeah, if this pushes back down, that gets added back on. That gets added back on. That gets added back on. These positions, however, can become profit today. You know, bag another $400 or whatever. So that's why you get that big move at the end of day on Fridays often, because it's just banking on realized profit. But you never know. Obviously, it's different all the time. Holding at the minute. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Anything you need, I'll be in the Telegram group as usual. And I'll be back on Monday at the same time, 7:50. I'll also be back at 1:20 on Monday afternoon for the New York session. So I'll be in the Telegram group, though, if you need anything. Give us a like before you disappear. Would be appreciated. Helps the stream and helps get more people in here. Helps me keep me talking longer about stuff. But yeah, I'm just... I'm not really interested in this afternoon. It's too, I've missed the move and I don't want to try and jump on something and catch a reversal because it's likely I won't get it. So I will be back on Monday morning and we'll have a look at the FX market, see where all the RSIs are and see what happens with the news. Oh, hello. Oh, that's new. The UN court issues an arrest warrant for Putin and other Kremlin officials. Wonder what's prompted that. That could cause a massive, you know, Putin could react very, very badly to that, couldn't he? And if that happens, the markets are going to tank and more money is going to go into the yen. So be careful of that. I'm never saying, wow. So what that means is basically Putin cannot leave the country now. He's under lockdown. If he leaves that country, in essence, he can get arrested. The only way the UN can arrest him is by going into Russia and doing so. They can't do that. So that means Putin is now basically under house arrest in his own country. And if he leaves, he's going to get arrested. And all other Kremlin officials are as well. That's quite a big thing, isn't it? It's quite important. Surprised we haven't had a little bit more of a market reaction to that, which would obviously be, holy crap, get out your stocks. World War III is about to start, sort of thing. But yeah, but what I was going to say was just be aware of Monday morning news, which we haven't got this week. So there's nothing about New Zealand dollar you need to worry about. So no news Monday. First news is the CPI figures for the Canadian dollar on Tuesday. So all this is obviously ahead of FOMC, and we've got 3 fund rates next week. It's going to be absolute nuts next week. Every day is going to be a cataclysmic pump in one direction or the other. So it's going to be good fun. Hopefully profitable as well. But yeah, just keep your eyes on stuff over the weekend. Everything you got, if you're position trading, everything you got in profit, yeah, might as well stick it in there. You can always add it back on Monday, but better have it there and sleep better over the weekend. Or leave it, up to you. I don't care. Do what you wish. All right, have a good one, guys. I'll be back on Monday and see you then.